A dinner was held recently for 9 veterans going on the Cherokee Nation's 5th Warrior Flight. These veterans served during World War II, the Korean War, or the Vietnam War, and are headed to Washington, D.C. to visit the war memorials, tour the White House, the U.S. Capitol, and the Smithsonian Museum of the American Indian. For the first time, they'll be presenting a wreath at the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier at Arlington Cemetery.
It is truly a trip of a lifetime, and they can visit the war memorials that were built in their honor. When you go to those memorials, you remember those are built for you. They recognize what you have given to this great country.
Each year, the Cherokee Nation funds the flight for Cherokee veterans to see the memorials erected in their honor at the nation's capital. After the dinner, held at the Cherokee Hotel and Casino in West Siloam Springs, there was time for some visiting, and then the presentation to each of a vest and a hat to wear on the 3-day trip.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for serving this country.
Spent 4 years in the Air Force. I had 3 uncles, 2 in the Army, 1 in the Navy,
Okay.
and 1 brother that was in Korea. He's still over there.
God bless you, sir.
The last vest of the evening was given to Deputy Chief S. Joe Crittenden, who has been on the flight before as a facilitator. This time, he is going as one of the veterans.
All the good people that we see on the trip, and we get to know and we share stories, and it's good to be with other veterans and their family.
91-year-old John COCHRAN served on board the USS Piranha, a submarine that sank enemy ships and survived several depth charge attacks during the Second World War. COCHRAN says that he wants to see the Vietnam Memorial on this trip.
It's a great honor, and I'm pleased that I was selected to go. I want to go to the World War II Memorial especially, but I also want to go to the Vietnam Wall because I was high school principal during the Vietnam War in Sapulpa, and I had 7 young men that were killed, and I want to try to find their names on the wall.
Jose Wallace from Claremore, Oklahoma. I was in the Army. Well, I'm just a no-country boy, and I don't know what I'm going to see. I'm just anxious to see what I'm going to see.
My name is Russell Phelan. I'm from Locust Grove. I'm a veteran, served in Air Force from the years 1965 through 1969. There's a lot of things to see in Washington. I've been there before, but that's been some years ago. I'm glad they're doing that. I mean, otherwise, I would probably never have an opportunity to go back. I mean, that's a good thing, and probably the other warriors here.
My name's Howard Holloway. I'm from Claremore, Oklahoma, and I was in the Army, and I went to Korea in 1951, and I came back in 1953, and I was wounded twice when I was over there, and I survived both wounds, and I'm happy to be home, and I'm glad to be on this honor flight.
My name is George Cochran. I'm from Oak Oak, Oklahoma, and I served with the Army. I'm really excited about this. I've heard so much about this trip, and everybody, even that hadn't been there, they say it's what they heard about. You know, they told me, you know, it's going to be exciting. He said, this is a trip of a lifetime.
Terry RATTLINGGOURD. I was with the Army in 69 and 70 in Vietnam. Lincoln Memorial and Washington Memorial. I've never seen them in real life, and that's what I want to see. I, for one, appreciate everything that they do for the veterans.
42 Cherokee veterans have participated in the Cherokee Warrior Flight over the past 5 years. It is similar to the National Honor Flight Organization's goal of helping all veterans, willing and able, to see the memorials dedicated to honor their service.